If you got a coaching, consulting, or a service client who came up to you from a niche that you have never heard of before or you have never serviced before, should you take that deal? Should you say yes or no? Well, welcome to Believing the Unbelievable podcast. Today, I wanted to share a story of mine where I was able to serve clients in very weird niches that I had no idea even existed. Okay, so make sure you watch till the end to take the lessons home. So, at the time when I was serving different content creation clients, at the beginning I was just starting with business quotes, right? And business quotes were so easy to find. Even if we did not have Chat GPT back then, we were able to simply go to Google to just type business quotes, and we were able to find all the different business quotes in there. So it was much easier to make. However, when we started getting clients from different niches, it started getting a bit difficult because I had never served them before, right? But after some time, somehow I figured it out. I started creating content for them, and then came a niche that I had never thought that I would have to create content for, and that niche was bamboo straws. And I was like, okay, what do I even create content on for bamboo straws business, right? Except for promotional videos. What I did was I just sat down for 1 hour or two to just reflect on how I was creating content for all the other niches that I had never worked on before. And what I figured was mostly I wasn't talking about something that everybody else was talking about. What I was doing is I was trying to find different ways of creating content for that individual. Now, by that time, I had already found a different types of content. So there were news related content, there was motivational content, there was also educational content, there was problem related content, and so on and so forth. So there are several different ways of creating content, right? So then I sat down and thought of what are the alternatives of bamboo straws, and just because I knew that problems related content was one of the frameworks that I used to create content on, I just thought of what if I could just share with people what harm the alternatives to bamboo straws are actually doing to the environment, so reflecting the problems, right? So when I created content around that, I was able to position our bamboo straws as a solution to the environmental issue that was happening because of all the other alternatives to bamboo straws. You see, just by using that, I was able to create 10 full 10 slides each carousel for this particular business, even if I had no idea about what bamboo straws business was about, right? So that's how I was able to create the content inside of that weird niche. But then another content niche came in that was in the cleaning niche. They were offering office cleaning services. So what could I possibly do for them, right? So again, I started talking about all the different problems that was happening because of a bad office that was not cleaned regularly, and then that's how I started creating content. Again, the same problem related format. So you see, what I did was I created a framework around creating content. So I could follow the same framework for each particular client coming in, because it did not matter what niche they were in, just because I knew the framework of creating content in any niche. Right? I knew what are the different type of content that I can create for each individual depending upon their niches, right? So here's what I'm going to do today. If I would do today, if I were in your shoes and I got a client who came in from a niche that I have no idea about, I would figure out a framework of how I deliver services. You see, once I figure out that particular framework for delivering my services, I can deliver to any particular niche. Right now, what do I mean by frameworks? Framework basically means your way of getting results for that particular client. So let's just take an example. Let's just say that you are a coach, money making coach, right? And you help people make money for their first $1,000 when they are just starting out. You're helping them do that, and you're a coach. So what is your vehicle of helping that particular prospect or a client make their first 10,000 or 1,000? Is it through selling digital products? Is it through affiliating other people's product without having to create themselves? So let's just take an example. It's affiliate marketing. So here's how you can create your framework. So this is the framework of frameworks. Okay, so Let's just say that this is point one, point A. This is where your prospect is right now, and this is point B where you want the prospect to be. Now, just in the case of the example that I just shared with you, over here the prospect does not have any money, and over here they have made their first $1,000, right? So, what would it take for people to go from point A to point B? So, we just draw a line and then we divide the line into 5 parts. So, the first part is step 1, then step 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, we just think about what would it take for someone to go from 0 to $1,000, let's just say through affiliate marketing. The first step is to finalize a niche, and then the second step is to select a product that we want to affiliate and we relate the most with. The third thing is to create a funnel so that we can start marketing it. The fourth thing is starting to market it just to prove that our funnel is converting, and then finally scaling the ads so that we can make it to the first $1,000. As simple as that. That becomes your framework, right? You can name the framework as you would want, but this is the vehicle or this is the framework that you can follow with every other prospect out there. Whoever client that you get, doesn't matter what niche they select in the affiliate marketing, the framework remains the same, right? So that's how you can serve anyone in any particular niche without you having to have experience or knowing everything about that particular niche, because frameworks are principles and principles always remain the same. Okay, so that's how you can serve anyone in any niche. I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, then let me know in the comment section your biggest takeaway, and always remember the impossible is possible when you keep believing the unbelievable.